Hello students, today we are going to start integration by part rule. This is second method and already we have seen first method integration by substitution and its different types we have seen through different videos. So let's check what is integration by parts rule. This method is very useful when integrand is the product of two functions. So suppose this is one function and suppose this is different type of function. So here we can use this rule conveniently if first function is differentiable and second function is integrable. There are three types, first, second, third, when the integrand is the product of two functions. First type is integration by part rule. Let's check this rule through the following theorem. This is the theorem. If u and v are differentiable functions of x, then integration of u dot v dx equal to, write this first function as it is, then integration of second, so v dx, then again write down integration symbol. Now derivative of first, so here we will write du by dx, again integration of second, that means v dx, and again in the last write down d of x. This is integration by part rule. So let's check what is the proof. Let integration of v dx equal to w. Now we know that integration and derivative are opposite processes. So we will write this v equal to dw by d of x. So say this is equation number 1. Say this is equation number 2. Now consider d by dx of u dot w, product of two functions. So by product rule we will write this first function as it is and then dw by dx, and after that second function as it is and derivative of first function, that means du by dx. Now check dw by dx. This is nothing but v. So here we will substitute u dot v plus this term as it is. Since derivative and integration are opposite processes, therefore by definition of integration, now check here, we will write this u dot w equal to, now check derivative is opposite of integration, so I am writing here integration symbol and this whole term as it is. Now since there are these two terms, we will write this integration symbol separately, and so integration u dot v dx plus, now write down this into dx. Now check this w means by equation 1 integration of v dx. So we will substitute here. So here also I am writing u dot integration of v dx, that is equal to this term as it is, and here first I will write this du by dx and then we will write this w. So here we have written, and lastly we will write this dx. Now we want only integration u dot v, so we will move this term to that side which will become minus, and so we have integration of this u dot v dx equal to this term and minus of this term, and thus we have proved integration by part rule. Now let's start exercise 3.3, and this is our first example, integration x square dot log of x into dx. Now check the integrand. This is the product of two functions, but we don't know to use the formula which function is u function and v function. So to check the order of these functions, we have to consider the serial order of the letters Liat, L-I-A-T. Let's see what is this Liat now. So This L means logarithmic function. This I means inverse trigonometric function. A means algebraic function. This T means trigonometric function. And lastly, this E means exponential function. And we will consider this serial order here in the example. X square means algebraic function, means any variable with combination of constant term is called as algebraic function. So x, x square, x cube, 2x, these are all algebraic function. So we will consider this as a. Log x means this is logarithmic function. So I am writing here L. Now check this serial order. So here first is logarithmic. So we will consider this function as u, and then we will consider after that a is coming. So this function we will consider as v. So here again we will write I is equal to, write down this function first, log of x into second function is. Now we will use this rule here. So first u as it is, that means log of x, then integration of v means x square dx, then middle sign minus, then big integration, and then derivative of again first function d by dx of log of x, and again integration of this v means x square dx and d of x. Now find out integration and derivative. So log of x as it is, integration of x square, we will use x raised to n formula. So its answer is x cube upon 3. Then middle sign minus, derivative of log x is 1 upon x. So this integration as it is, then derivative is 1 upon x, and integration of x square is again x cube upon 3 into dx. Now here 1x get cancelled and here x square remains. This 3 is constant, we will take out of the integration symbol, and so minus 1 upon 3 integration x square dx. And again in the last step we will find this integration. Here first we will write algebraic term. So here x cube into log of x and then whole divide by 3, then minus 1 upon 3, and integration of x square is x cube upon 3, and lastly we will write constant of integration. Now check this term. This is x cube upon 3 3s are 9. We will take common here. So x cube is there, but in the denominator only 3 is there. So we will multiply and divide by 3, and we will take x cube upon 9 common. So here 3 log of x remains, and minus we are taking here, so only 1 remains, and plus c is the final answer. This is our second example, and again this is the product of two functions, but we have to check the order according to light. So check now, this x means algebraic function and tan inverse of x means inverse trigonometric function. And check now, in this serial order this I is coming first, so we will consider this as function u. So we will write this function first, dot, then this x and then dx. So this is u function, this is v function. Now use the rule, first function as it is means tan inverse of x, and then integration of v means x dx, then middle sign minus, integration, then derivative of first function, so d by dx of tan inverse of x, and integration of second function, and lastly write down here d of x. Now find out this integration. So first tan inverse of x as it is, integration of x is x square by 2 and minus derivative of tan inverse of x is 1 upon 1 plus x square, and then again integration of x is x square by 2 into dx. Now again we will keep this algebraic function first. So here x square, then tan inverse of x as it is upon 2, then take this 2 outside and we have this is x square upon 1 plus x square into dx. Write this term as it is here. Now check here, degree of numerator and degree of denominator is same. So we will adjust this denominator upside. So we will write here x square, we want plus 1. Again we will take minus 1. So value of this numerator will not change. And again in the denominator 1 plus x square into dx. So we will consider this as first term and this is second term. Now since there are two terms, we will divide by this separately. Now same term upside down side. So here we will write 1 minus this 1 upon 1 plus x square and dx. Now we will apply this integration symbol separately for this and this. So integration of 1 dx minus integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square into dx, and integration of 1 is x minus integration of 1 upon 1 plus x square is tan inverse of x, and plus c, this is constant of integration. This is our final answer. This is our third example, integration sec cube x into dx. Now we can't observe this integrand in the product form. So we will split this as sec of x into sec square of x into dx. We know the derivative of first function as sec x into tan x, and also integration of second function we know this is tan of x plus c. So we will consider this first function as u and this function as v. Then we will use integration by part rule. So I is equal to first term as it is sec of x integration sec square x into dx, then middle sign minus integration, then d by dx of first term, that means sec of x, again integration of sec square x dx, and outside the bracket dx. Now in the next step we will find this integration and derivative. So integration of sec square x is tan of x, then middle sign minus integration derivative of sec x is sec of x into tan of x, and again integration of this is tan of x into dx. Now here this first term as it is, this sec of x here we will write, and again tan of x multiplied by tan of x means tan square of x into dx. And again in the next step, here we will use identity as tan square x means sec square of x minus 1, and then we will write this dx. Here we will multiply by sec x separately to here and to 1 also. So sec of x into sec square means sec cube of x into dx. Again minus minus plus, and again sec x into 1 means sec of x into dx. And this is nothing but our given integral which is I. So here I am writing this I, and we know integration of sec x is log of sec of x plus tan of x and plus c. Now we will move minus I to the left hand side. So I plus I is twice I, and we will write this term and this term as it is. And again in the last step we will move this 2 to the right hand side. So I is equal to, here we have to write half and this whole term as it is. And here we will write the constant C1. This is our final answer. This is our fourth example. Now check the integrand. Numerator is in the product form, but in the denominator this term is extra. And we know that derivative of sine inverse t is 1 upon root 1 minus t square. So we will solve this by substitution method first. So assume this sine inverse t as some angle theta. So this equal to theta. Now we have to replace dt also. So differentiate this. Therefore derivative of sine inverse t is 1 upon under root 1 minus t square into dt equal to d theta. Now we will substitute these two things here and therefore I is equal to, now check, we have to replace this t also in terms of theta. And we have substituted sine inverse of t equal to theta, move sine inverse that side and therefore t equal to sine of theta. So we will substitute instead of t as sine theta. Therefore I equal to integration, now this t means sine theta and again sine inverse t means theta and 1 upon this into dt means d theta. Now there are two functions, first function is sine theta, second one theta in product form. But again theta means algebraic function and sine theta means trigonometric function, and in the serial order light. Check now, algebraic function is coming first. So here we will write this as theta into sine theta into v theta. So we will consider this as u, this as v, and therefore use integration by part rule. So u as it is integration of sine theta into d theta, middle sign minus, then integration sign. Now derivative of first term, so d by d theta of theta, again integration of this sine theta into d theta, and lastly we will write here d theta. Now find integration and derivative, and so this is equal to theta. Integration of sine theta is minus cos of theta, then middle sign minus. Derivative of theta with respect to theta is simply 1. Integration of sine theta is minus cos of theta into d theta. Now again in the last step, minus sign out. So theta cos of theta minus minus plus, integration of cos theta is sine theta, and here plus c. Actually this is final answer, but this answer is in terms of theta. We have to replace in terms of t. So again we know theta means sine inverse of t. Sine theta means also t we know. So we have to again change in terms of sine theta. So cos theta we will write as under root of cos square theta, and cos square theta means 1 minus sine square theta, and then this as it is. So again substitute here, theta means sine inverse of t, then under root 1 minus sine theta is t, so here t square, again simply t and plus c, and again in the last step we will write this term here in the first place, and then sine inverse of t, then plus t plus c is the final answer. This is our fifth example, and this is our integrand, and here function of a function, that means this is composite function. So first we have to simplify. So we will assume this cos of theta equal to t. We have to replace now d theta also. So differentiate this. Derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta into d theta equal to dt, but we want only sine theta into d theta, so move this minus sign that side, is minus dt. Now we will substitute these two things here. Now check here, log of cos theta means t and sin theta d theta means minus dt. Now we will move this minus sign outside, so minus, again integration of log t we don't know. We will write this as log of t into 1 and into dt. So log of t means this is logarithmic and simply 1 means algebraic. So this is coming first. So we will consider this as u function. So again minus sign outside, this log of t as it is. Then integration of 1 into dt, middle sign minus integration d by dt of first function, that means log of t, and again integration of 1 dt and outside dt. Now we will find integration and derivative, and so again this minus as it is, log of t, integration of 1 is simply t, minus integration derivative of log t is 1 upon t, and this is simply t into dt, and this bracket complete. So this t get cancelled, and so again we will apply minus sign into both these terms. So here t log of t, and again minus minus plus, integration of 1 means simply t, and c. This is actually our final answer, but again we will substitute what is t. T means cos of theta, so we will substitute here, and again we can take minus cos theta common from these two terms. So minus cos of theta inside the bracket, here this minus 1 and here plus c. This is our final answer. This is our sixth example, and now check the integrand. This is product of two functions, and these both the functions can be differentiated and integrated. So you can consider any of u and any of v, but we will go by the serial order light. So check, this is exponential, so we will consider this as v, and this is trigonometric, this we will consider as u function, and therefore integration by part rule, I is equal to, that means given integral first function cos of 3x as it is, integration of second, that means e raised to 2x into dx, minus integration derivative of first function d by dx of cos of 3x, again integration of second, that means outside dx. Now again we will find integration of e raised to 2x is e raised to 2x upon 2, minus integration derivative of cos is minus sine, so minus sine of 3x, again 3x is function of x, so multiply by its derivative which is 3, and integration of this is again e raised to 2x upon 2, and then here write down d of x. Now we can take this 3 by 2 outside. Check here, this is minus minus plus, then we are taking this 3 by 2 outside, integration. Now what is remaining? This is sine of 3x and e raised to 2x into dx. Now this integration means again product of two terms. So again we will use integration by part rule here. So check again, first term as it is, directly we will write integration of second is e raised to 2x upon 2, then middle sign minus integration derivative of first term, derivative of sine is cos of 3x, again multiply by derivative of this is 3, and again multiply by integration of second is e raised to 2x upon 2 and into dx, and this curly bracket complete. Now again we will solve this bracket. Now check here, we will take this 2 constant outside. So here 3 upon 2 2s are 4 and then sine of 3x into e raised to 2x. Again minus, then this 3 upon 2 and 3 upon 2 means 9 upon 4 and then integration into e raised to 2x into dx. But this is nothing but our given integral I. Now look here, from these two terms we will take this e raised to 2x common and also 4. So here we will multiply 2 and upside also 2. So e raised to 2x upon 4, inside the bracket we will write 2 cos of 3x, then plus 3 sine of 3x and minus 9 by 4, and this is nothing but I. We will move this term to the left hand side. So again we have I plus 9 upon 4I, and that is equal to this term as it is. Now here make denominator same. So 4 plus 9, 13I upon 4, and this right hand side as it is. Here every time we have to write C. Here also C. And check now, this 4 get cancelled. Move this 13 on right hand side. So we get simply I is equal to e raised to twice x upon 13. This bracket as it is. This is our final answer. And hence we have completed first type when the integrand is the product of two functions, and next type we are going to look in the next lecture.